Hello, everybody. This is Brian Anderson. I'm here with Sid Michael, and we are the local lead driver guys. We're here with Module 1. This is the introduction. Sid, you want to say hello?
Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to our lead course.
Yep, we're excited to share this with you. We're going to be very succinct. This won't be our videos belaboring the point. We're going to show you exactly what to do over eight video modules. We're going to show you examples, case studies, pricing, sales strategy, how to outsource it. You don't need to, but we're going to show you every last bit of it. So with that, we're going to get started, and we appreciate your time. First, what is the local lead driver system? That's what we're going to talk about in today's module. Who are the best candidates? What clients actually work best where you can really drive a high ROI, not only for you, but for the client? Why does this work? And once again, it comes back, Sid, to ROI. It's all about a quantifiable, and by that I mean proven ROI. And then one of our favorites, Sid is one of the first, he really gave me a kick in the pants to kind of get this system implemented. And Sid, really the beauty is the simplicity.
It is simple, and it's simple, and it works.
That's right.
I've been using it for years to do some of the stuff that I did in the past, and I've watched it work. So I'm excited to let everybody know about it.
We'll talk about some of the key ingredients, and then we'll tell you kind of what's coming. So with that, let's get into this. So first and foremost, what is the local lead driver system? It is a very simple strategy to generate phone calls for local clients. It involves using sites like Craigslist and Backpage with targeted ads and a trackable phone number to drive results. It's that easy. We're going to get into the details in the next module, but just so you understand, it is very, very simple targeted ads in directory sites that already have traffic to generate calls for your client. There's no SEO. There's no video. You could do video, but you don't need to. What else, Sid? There's no PPC.
No.
There's nothing. It's very, very simple. And I think with so many people getting hung up on all the complexities out there, simple is in many cases very good.
Simple is good because then you can spend more time prospecting, which is imperative for a successful business.
Absolutely. So, Sid, here's some of the candidates that we personally have been working with. Do you want to talk about some of these?
Yeah. We set up a roofing contractor here locally in Northeast Atlanta. We actually got him leads in all of North Georgia because he was willing to go that far. It worked awesome. He was getting between 4 and 6 leads a day. And the beautiful thing about the reason why roofing is really hot is, some of you may know or may not know, a lot of times the roofs are actually paid for by your home insurance, or so it's not money out of pocket. So these are $6, $7, $8, $10, $12,000 sales that are covered by your homeowner's insurance, and all they got to prove is a little bit of wind damage or hail damage, and they'll get it bought. So these are big ticket items. The leads are worth their weight in gold, and these guys are out selling roofs. I know he did 15 to 20 roofs every month for the last 6 months using this exact system.
Yep. Beyond roofing, I've worked with heating and air. It's great during the seasonal April to say October. And then heating gets a little bit big, obviously, in the winter and depending on your geography. But you can generate lots and lots of calls there. Now, attorneys, you wouldn't think, but they're very good. Certain niches, divorce and bankruptcy, big. Debt settlement, that is people negotiating out of their credit card balances. And then a big one that I actually have a 20-location law firm that I do this with is mortgage loan modification. And you've probably heard Sid or I talk in the past if you've been on any of our webinars, but we do this for automotive dealerships. And Sid, talk about why it's good for automotive. What kind of call numbers do we do there?
Yeah, you can get some massive inventory with automotive. Basically, what we do is we get the data feed and upload the data feed, and we'll syndicate the inventory over all of these sites, and it gets a good call volume. We've got stores, independents, which are like buy here, pay here's. We got a big independent here in Atlanta, exceeded over 370 calls in 30 days. We had a Toyota store that exceeded over 200 calls in 30 days. We've got a store in Houston right now, a small inventory. It's only 27 cars in inventory, but they're getting 60 calls a week right now. We've got another store in Los Angeles that's getting 35 calls a week with their inventory right now. We've got a Nissan store getting 35 calls a week in Long Island, New York. It works, and it works well. It's a great place to advertise and get leads for automotive. It's a staple, really.
I love it. Okay, absolutely.
And
So
you know, when I was flipping cars, Brian, we did we sold exclusively with what we're doing here.
yeah, and the beauty is, you guys, let's talk about why this is so good. We've all heard it. If you haven't, and you just don't have a lot of clients, you will eventually. What happens when you get a client to number one with SEO, or you have these amazing videos ranked, or you're running pay-per-click? At the end of the day, the client, Sid, all the client wants is their phone to ring or forms to come in or emails to come in off the website. That's all they care about, right?
Yeah, the days of actually having just website hits considered valuable, that's 10 years ago. I mean, now you got to actually convert those into phone ups or into squeeze page leads. I mean, they got to convert, and this is an excellent conversion.
Yep, this is it. At the end of the day, you all need to be able to show a provable ROI. When you can do that, you will make lots and lots of money, and the client never goes away. When you can't, you will get fired, I promise. You will be fired. It's a matter not if, but when.
Right.
So, simplicity. Once again, as we overview the system to you, the beauty of this is you can run it yourself. If you have less than 5 clients, you can absolutely do this yourself. And you guys, I promise you, you should. It's that easy. There's no reason to give up your margin. Second, it's so simple. You can begin in 30 minutes or less. You will get results, as you can see, within hours, sometimes minutes. It depends on your market. I'm not going to mislead you. Depends on your market. You will get calls for your clients potentially within minutes of starting. And instead, I love the last point. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, you can service multiple clients in the same market because you're able to actually, you know, rewrite certain ads into different criteria to appeal to different types of buyers. So you can definitely work with a lot of the same clients. There's plenty of leads generated off of the source that everybody will get their fair share, and you know, once again, it works. I mean, so just to keep talking about the simplicity, you go set up an SEO client, and you know, sometimes it takes 30, 45, 50, 90 days to start getting some conversion or phone conversion, right, Brian?
That's right.
This is a way to get phone conversion immediately. They're going to get phone calls within hours or days, and they're going to see that you're taking action immediately. So it's something that's made our life a whole lot easier, and you know, that's why we're going to share it.
You know what? And so kind of revealing the key ingredients, everybody, it's this easy. You need a trackable phone number, and we'll share that in another module on the moving parts and how to do it and give you some options. But then it comes down to simply having 2 or 3 different ads that you use for each client, because you want to split test and determine which ad generates the most phone calls. And beyond that, you're going to use these 3 services: Craigslist, Backpage, and Kijiji. Now, if you're in Canada, Kijiji will become your anchor site as opposed to Craigslist and Backpage. Most of the rest of the world, US as well, Craigslist is a very potent driver. Matter of fact, for our automotive clients, we see 90 to 95% of the lead volume come off Craigslist. So when you see how easy this is, you're going to love it because you can do it right away and drive results for your clients.
Yep.
And as Sid and I were chuckling the other day, lead generation could actually be the best job in the world. You see this guy out on the tropical beach. Think about the positives. There's no outsourcer shenanigans. They either do this work or they don't. There's no mystical SEO, right? There's no hocus pocus with SEO results. There's no social media, you know, hey, is this really working or not? Am I getting value? Or fighting the reputation management, trying to get reviews from your clients. You know, there's none of that stuff. All you're doing is generating real results for your clients, and they don't even call you. You send them a bill. We bill weekly. You could bill monthly if you want. You send them a bill based on what comes in through your trackable, provable phone system. Once you have that, You track it and you prove it and you bill. If you get 7 calls this week for this client and it's $25 a call, you made $175 gross from that client for the week. Right? Easy. There's no monthly fee. They just pay you for results. It doesn't get any easier than this.
As a business owner myself, this would music to my ears. I mean, that's really all you want is for somebody to do what they say they're going to do, and this is a good way to do it.
So why don't we wrap up the introduction module? Let's talk about what's coming. These are the upcoming modules. Module 2, you'll see it below in the site, exactly how to implement the system. Soup to nuts, screenshots, everything written up. You can't make it any easier than this. Module 3, some simple and cheap outsourcing strategies. I don't think you need it, but I know so many of you want it. Sid, talk about 4, 5, and 6.
Yeah, on Module 4, we're going to show you how to price it. There's certain industries and certain niches you want to price one way, maybe per lead, and then other industries you're going to want to price a bulk price. You'll always want to let them know that there is a price per lead, but you're only going to charge them a flat rate. That way they'll know that they're getting a lot of value for their investment. Module 5, I'm going to show you some sales methods. I'm going to show you exactly how to go in and position yourself as the expert and be able to leverage these leads to get you paid. Number 6, common objectives and negotiations. I'm just going to help you overcome a lot of those objections that you'll hear pretty commonly, the same stuff that everybody tends to say. I'm going to give you some secret word tracks that'll absolutely destroy them, and once again, get some checks coming your way. Real client case studies. We got a KMAC roofing and some other case studies. We're going to actually give you some real life case studies. You can use it in your sales pitch. You can use it to get, maybe get some ideas to better yourself. You can use it to show your clients.
Yep, we actually give you a few that you can use as references.
Yeah, case studies. I don't believe you can ever have too many case studies. Live interview with a successful student. We're going to do a live interview with some of the guys that are actually out there using this, receiving leads from us that are using it out in the field as we speak. So you'll be able to speak to our actual clients and get their real opinion of exactly how well we've got this working now.
Awesome. Sid, I'm excited. I'll see you guys in Module 2. On behalf of Sid and myself, we look forward to teaching you exactly how to do this. This is something you can get started on immediately. So talk to you soon. Thank you.
See you in Module 2, guys. See you.